guys, welcome back to the Gun Dungeon. Today we're going to be looking at the Frankfort Arsenal Case, Trim, and Prep Center. So I've had this for a little while. Kentucky Range Time, Matt over there recommended this. I bought it, set it on my bench, and I went to work, and I've not had time to really mess with it. So you got your 3 stations here for whatever attachments you may want, whether it's going to be deburr, chamfer, whatever you want, primer pocket uniformer, and then this is the actual trimming part. This is the attachment for that. So this is how it comes right out of the box. I haven't plugged it up, I haven't done anything. It's got your little stand here for you to set it on its side and use it, but to me it seems like it would make more sense to use it standing up like this. But on the bottom you'll see there's this little trap door, and this is just the stuff that it comes with. So in here you can see, let me turn it around, gives you all of your shoulder bushings and the sizes to use, your case collets, all that good stuff, and gives you a little bit of instruction here. But it also comes with some attachments. Looks like that is going to be your deburr for the outside of the case mouth. Looks like a primer pocket cleaner. Another one, just a small. That one was large. It has, looks like that is going to be chamfering on the inside of the case mouth. Nice taper to it. And then you've got your bushings and your collets. So this is what it comes with. I did purchase this separate, and this is, I bought this in doing the 5.56 brass, had that in mind because this does have the primer pocket crimp remover, as you can see there on the left. And then, you know, it already kind of comes with that, the uniformer cleaner. I don't know if the one that comes with the Frankfort Arsenal is a uniformer, but it is a cleaner. But either way, I bought this separate. I think that was, if you're going to do much 5.56, 223, you're going to be running into a lot of military crimped primer pockets. So I thought that was a very useful tool. Even though you only got 3 stations on this thing, I think that will take up one of them when I'm doing 5.56. So what I've got here is I've got some 6.5 Grendel brass, and all I've done to it, I've got 5 pieces here. All I've done to it is just full length resize it, and in the resizing process knocked out the primer, of course. But this is all just full length resize, and that's it. So let's get this thing set up and try to get it going. All right, so we've got her plugged up here. Got it sitting on its end. I did move this leg to the other side so that my little compartment was on the top. I just unscrewed this, popped it over, no big deal. So I've got all the collets, all the collars, all that stuff out here where we can take a look. According to the instructions, what you want to do is find a collar that will land the back of the collar midways up the shoulder of the round. Not all the way towards the top, not all the way at the bottom. That one looks like it may be a little big. That one fits perfectly. Hopefully you can see that. See the back of the collar halfway up the shoulder. So that's the one I'm going to use. I'm going to put it beveled side down. First I'll take this collar off. That just gives you access to your blade. You can see your blade down in there. And I'm going to put that in. Make sure it's lined up. Use a case to make sure it's good and lined up. So that's the collet. This is one of the little collars here, and this it gives you a chart in there on your compartment which side to use. This is a great big one. This is the Magnum, and this is the medium, and this is the small. Now it says the small's for 223. This is 6.5 Grendel. It doesn't fit, so you don't want to use this one for that. I'm going to use the medium. It fits in there, so that's what I'm going to use. Now you put this beveled side up, and this is just going to, that's more like a collar, really. This is a collar. This is just going to squeeze it as you tighten this down. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to start that cap back on. set my brass in there and tighten that part up until it's just a little snug. All that's going to do is guide your case, make sure it's good and straight. So that's about all I want that. Now, it might be easier for you to see if I turn it this way. Fortunately, I have a piece of brass that is the length that I want to trim all the other pieces of brass. I just got lucky that way on these, so I have that. It's going to make setting this thing a little easier for me, but if you don't want to do it that way, you're just going to have to go just cut a little bit at a time until you get the length that you want and lock it down. So on this ring right here, it says loosen and has an arrow going this way. So this is left-hand threads. This is your locking ring for your blade body. So we'll loosen this up. I'm going to screw this out. It looks like I'm screwing it in. Yeah, left-handed. My bad. And I'm going to put this brass in all the way. Tighten it up just a fuzz. Put that brass in all the way. Now it is not touching the blade. So now this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to tighten this down until the brass touches the blade. I can still feel it's not touching anything. Okay, right there, I can feel the brass touching the blade just a little bit. Back it up, try it again, make sure nothing. So I'm going to go just a little bit, and just to kind of uniform that case mouth, and I'm going to lock it down. And that is exactly where I want the trim to. So that's all it is on setting this up. Now you got to do it per case. Whichever you change caliber, change cartridge, you're going to have to do that for every single one. So now I'm going to put my collets and collars back in here before my dumb hind end loses them. And then we will put our pieces on and go from there. So as you can see, you just screw these in. Since this is the large, I should have put that back in the thing, large primer pocket cleaner. There is our chamfering tool. They just screw in here. I don't see anywhere for wrenches or tools or anything, so finger tight, I assume it is. As a matter of fact, you can turn the motor if you over tighten. And there's our deburring tool. So if I were doing 5.56 223, I would still want these two, but I would probably just go ahead and put in this primer pocket crimp remover and use that exclusively. If I want to come back and clean the primer pockets later, that's whatever, but only having 3 stations, that's what I'm going to go with. So I believe we are set up, ready to go. Got 5 pieces of brass here. Let's just run it and see. First off, there's the on switch. Need that. I think I'll figure out what way I want to turn it, so that what system, what cadence, direction, or order I want to do it in, but for now, this is what I'm going to go with. So there's the trim. I'm just pushing it until I feel it stop cutting, and that just barely did knock anything off because that was the length that I wanted. Deburr, chamfer, flip it over, and that's it. That looks really, really good. Let's go again. Different piece of brass. You can see the shaving starting to come out. Now, one thing I am noticing is I still have case lube where I size this brass. I still have it on there, so it makes it a little difficult to hold on to. And Kentucky Range Time had a set of rubber gloves on he was using. That's probably why. It's probably a fantastic idea. You do have to kind of grip the brass. Even when you're deburring and chamfering, the brass wants to spin, which is normal. I think the video that he was doing, I think he was using 300 blackout, which is actually a shorter case, so you had even less to hold on to at the top. And so he had those gloves, which, like I said, is a fantastic idea. I will probably be getting me a set of those now that I fully understand what he meant. I tried. I'll put a link to his channel below there so you can go check it out. He's more of a reloading video guy than I am, but I just wanted you to see how a dumb old hillbilly gets set up and going on this, from not ever using it to using it. And now I have 5 pieces of processed brass that look brand new. That primer pocket cleaning tool does a really good job. I don't know if you can see in there or not, maybe. But it does a really good job. This looks like brand new brass. I am tickled pink with this purchase, and that was really quick for trimming, deburring, chamfering, and cleaning your primer pocket. That was really, really fast. So, like I said, there it is. I think running it on its end like that, sitting straight up, is probably better, because if you go pushing too much this way, you're going to be scooting it around. Maybe if it's not on this mat, but you're going to be scooting it around, pushing straight down, let gravity work for you. But yeah, that's what I got on that. We are set up for doing some grindle, so I'm going to go ahead and resize some more brass and get to going. Thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like and subscribe if you did. Till next time.